it decides to completely disappear on me. I think last time I had to quit the program completely to get it to work again. Let's see if I'm going to have to. Yep, I think I do. So let me quit it, and I will pull it up again. Yeah, Path of Exile didn't come back up when I... Yeah, it's doing the exact same thing. But I'm gonna... Okay, enjoy your trip and bring us back some Rockstar from the great beyond. Alright, let's see where we were with inventory. Ah, look, there, it's working now. Technical difficulties. I think we can thank XSplit for that one. So, I also got a refresher of coffee. I do think I'm starting to reach that threshold where caffeine no longer works on me. Thank you, Jeremus, for the welcome back. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, Twitch has been real weird lately. I think it's their new format. I have that problem too, that the stream doesn't always load. It just has that now loading status or whatever at the bottom, and sometimes they never come up. So I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it will come back up for you, if not already. Because otherwise I'm just talking to myself, which I do a lot anyway. Let's see what I have as far as inventory goes. I have some stuff to throw in the stash, and since I had to log off, I'm gonna have to regroup Apocryphile when he gets back. So I may do a little bit of farming on my witch until he comes back. I know it's fascinating to watch me farm Hillock, but I've had such good luck lately with the legendaries, you never know. Bow is dual wield? No, I don't think so. It doesn't count as a dual wield. I think dual wield in Path of Exile is 2 separate weapons in each hand, so you can have 2 axes, 2 one-handed axes, 2 wands, or 2 swords. I'm pretty sure that's what counts as dual wielding. So let me look around here. I can see it now, Jeremus. You're gonna get interested in playing this game. And then maybe you can join us when we decide to do our viewer cast, which who knows how long that's going to be. It could be days, it could be months. Most of the stuff that we do here is very mood based. If we're in the mood to play a game or set something up, that's what we do. Most of the time we have so many technical difficulties, I'm amazed this stream works at all. I mean, it's so weird to take a break and then to come back and have the stream just decide it's not going to work. At least we're able to troubleshoot and fix it, but it's a pain in the ass. Alright, so let's see, I am level 25 right now, and let's see if I've got any items in here I can actually use. What I really need to do is very carefully highlight all the stuff that's actually blue, or usable I should say, and see if any of it's good. All these two-handed things I'm definitely not using, so... And one of these days I am going to make a ranger. I do like ranged classes. And you get very used to using the shift key playing this game, especially with a ranged class, so you don't run into the middle of battle. I use the shift key a lot with my Templar too, because of his ground slam. And Infernal Blow is such a cool looking skill though, because of the chunks. Extra gore. Man, I wonder how many people would actually pay for extra gore in this game. Probably a lot. I can see a piece of Apocryphile's chair over there. You know what? I'm just going to turn that off for now until he gets back. So, let's see here. I have a bow. Because you can see in my inventory, I have all these bows. And they're basically all the drops that I've gotten since starting. Like here's one that's, I mean, just for a level 1 character. And I haven't actually made a class yet that can use them. I have been really looking forward to open beta, because now that things aren't going to get wiped anymore, all these items are just going to exist until I either get rid of them or use them. And so now, like when I played the closed beta, I would anticipate, well, this cool item I got, I'm not going to have it anymore. Like, I can't count on having it. And some of the trades that I did, man, I had some nice stuff back then too. But I will get it all again. It's part of the fun. I'm actually hoping that they add so many items to the game and they continue to improve it so that I don't feel like I'm done farming it. Because when you feel like you're done farming and you have all the best stuff, you're really done with games like this. I mean, there's not much else you can do. And I know they're planning on adding more acts. Right now, there's 3 acts, and they said that they're looking to add a new one. I don't remember the frequency. Maybe at least once a year or something like that. I need to go back and look at their frequency, but adding new acts every year or even more frequently is great because it'll give you a reason to come back. But when they do that, they're going to have to make sure that they add more items of better quality, because I don't play Borderlands much anymore because I'm completely maxed out. All the gear I have is pretty much the best in the game that I can get, and when stuff drops, it's just not exciting to look at any of the loot on the ground. I mean, maybe if a legendary dropped, I would look at it, the orange weapons, but that's about it. You know, there's nothing I really want to do. I just want to get the loot, and then once you have the best stuff, there really isn't anything left. Maybe at that point, I'll be more interested in Torchlight 2. Today, with Apocryphile, I reminded myself that we will definitely be playing that on the stream. The multiplayer is a little touchy sometimes, but we got it working back when we were playing it. God, like 6 months ago, I guess. Almost 6 months, because I think it came out in September? I don't know. Long enough ago that I've forgotten exactly how to set it up, but I'm sure we can figure it out again. I have so much stuff in here that I can't use. I really should re-roll my duelist, or maybe a shadow for these. Which, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's patch notes that are coming out. Path of Exile is getting ready to update, and they have a lot of fixes going in for the duelist. A lot of stuff that improves his tree and rearranges the passives. So, if you've been hesitant to try a duelist, now might be the time, because their patch this week, I'm not sure which day, maybe Thursday, is going to update and make a duelist a little more awesome. So, let's see. Because I do like the duelists. I love how fast their attack is. It's really crazy, the speed. Armor evasion. No, not all the stuff. I sort of have it grouped by type. I run out of space and then nothing fits. And I just have to squeeze it in. Now this mace is probably going to be an upgrade for me. That is really nice, actually. So if I make it to level 32, and I haven't gotten an upgrade by then, this is an upgrade. It has a lot more damage. It's faster than the one that I have now. Looks like I have to make sure that I have enough strength for it, though, because I don't have 107 yet. But again, it's level 32, so I've got a few levels. I should plan ahead for that. Let's see. I have 90 strength, so I will likely have to get 1 or 2 strength nodes. And if I don't get that second one, then I'll have to go back to wearing a belt. One of these. Oh, it has +9. Don't actually have very many strength belts. Yeah, what I would really like is a shield upgrade, because I haven't gotten a shield upgrade in a while. Yeah, this one is it's a level 20 shield. It's not bad, I guess. Oh, melee. I have in here Infernal Blow. Okay, I do have a melee gem in there. That would be bad if I didn't have a melee gem in there. I must have already covered that. Right. Well, I've pretty much looked through everything I have, and it doesn't look like I've got any upgrades. Got some axes here that Apocryphile can probably use when his character levels up. So I think it might be time to do some farming with the witch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Back out to the login screen, and let's pull up. Oh, she's 41. And here I thought I was 42. I'm getting close to 42. And I moved all of her items off the other day, so she's empty, starting out. Coffee. Coffee is good stuff. I've been drinking Korean coffee. They're these little tubes of pre-mixed instant coffee, creamer, and sugar all together. And you basically just put it in your cup, and then you add water. It's super easy. I have a hot water boiler that I just leave on that always has a constant stream of hot water because I'm too lazy to brew normal coffee, and I'm too lazy to clean the coffee maker. Those things get so disgusting over time. This is super easy. It's just a little packet of stuff and then adding water, and then you have coffee. It's beautiful. Beautiful coffee. I'm also a big fan of green tea, but I have not been drinking green tea lately. I probably should start doing that again, because I think it's much better for me than coffee. Yes, I love to drink it, but I hate to clean it. Coffee makers, after a while, they get all that buildup in there. I mean, even if you wash them every day, the plastic container just gets kind of, I don't know what the right word is, scummy, maybe? But it's kind of gross, and then it tastes weird after a while. I like how I can redo this place. So let's kill some stuff. Oh, I wonder if I can get a zombie out of this guy. Yeah, I can. He didn't freeze. So I'll bring along my little zombie friend. I do like the Cold Witch. It's definitely one of my favorite builds. There it is. Ice Nova. It is called Ice Nova. So I have to remember. I'm always calling it different stuff. Cold Nova, Ice, Frost Nova. I think Frost is what it was called in D2. Which is no surprise that that's what I keep referring to it as. Someday I'll break that habit. But man, I played D2 so much. It was back during the days that nothing actually logged how much time you played, so it was impossible to feel guilt because I had no idea how much time I was playing the game. And then WoW came along, and I played WoW, and WoW tracked your playtime in days, and I felt like I lost days and days of my life. Which I know I did. It was fun though. I still have friends that play that game every day who have been playing since it came out, and I'm just amazed that it still holds their interest. I mean, they definitely add a lot of content, but I just decided I wanted to play other stuff, and I think I've been WoW free for over 3 years now. It doesn't feel like that long, but man, I think it has been. I think I might be going on 4 years actually. Just left, didn't come back. I've been trying other MMOs, but none of them really have the same kind of appeal. Only Terra, which I've talked about Terra before. And I recommend that if anybody likes action games, that they try Terra, because it's free to play right now. I mean, if you have a decent sized hard drive, all you lose is the time it takes you to download the files and get it set up. And there's no requirement to buy anything. The game is just free. So it's pretty good. But I haven't, since it went free to play, I haven't logged back into it. I got my fill of it, I guess. It's just MMOs, man. It's very hard for them to keep my interest at this point. I guess I should get some more zombies. Let's see. Let's see if I chunked that guy. Okay, there's another zombie. Sweet. Maybe I will back up and get some more zombies. Has on this effect on her Ice Nova. She's got the Water Nova effect, but it's so slight you can't really tell the difference. Let me double check where I put it. Discipline, raise zombie, minion damage, increased critical damage, cold snap, Ice Nova, here it is. Has Water Nova effect. You can see it down there on the bottom. It really doesn't look that much different. It's a really cheap effect. It only cost like 10 points, so I figured I would try it and see what it looked like. And that was before they put up the video of it too. And it's not really that much different. I like it though. I think out of all the effects that I've purchased so far, the one that I dislike the most is that turquoise weapon aura, because it's just so, I don't know, it doesn't match anything. It looks kind of dull, kind of wimpy. It's not really a good color. I was thinking it would be brighter, or, you know, closer to like one of these blues. Some skeletons in here. Skeletons always lag my screen. It's definitely something client side. Something about the way it loads the different models. Ooh, hey, some stuff leveled up. Let's see, Enfeeble leveled up. Oh yeah, that's right, I have curses on her. And Discipline. Let's see, my curses are on E and R. Now I could double curse enemies. It's the first time I've ever built the double curse. Hey Joker, how are you today? I like the double curse. It makes me feel stronger. Let's E and R. Let's go here. Nice. Good curse. I'm very well, thank you. I'm doing pretty good today. I'm rockstarless, so I'm drinking coffee. Apocryphile is out and about. He's decided to go get some Rockstar, although he could end up coming back with Red Bull, because Red Bull has these new flavors out. I don't know if you guys have heard, but he's really fond of the cranberry, and I would not be surprised if he ended up with that. But his intent is to come back with the green apple Rockstar. And there's some Twitch maintenance going on today. It's scheduled for, I believe, 4:30 our time, so we're going to be cutting our cast a little bit short today, around 4, just so we don't get caught up in the maintenance. But to get to that point, he wants Rockstar, so he's going to check it out and see what we got. Green apple's pretty good. It's definitely, it surprised me how good it was. And I didn't really pick up anything good from out there. Didn't get any yellows. I'm just farming right now too, so the co-op fun will continue when he gets back, as long as he's still awake. Otherwise, I'll probably just farm the rest of the day and talk to you guys about stuff. Let's see. So yes, I'm going back to farm some more. And maybe I'll check out some more of the effects. I've been wanting to buy the white weapon effect, so I might get that for my Templar, because I don't like that turquoise one. It just, I don't know, it's underwhelming. Like, it doesn't feel like awesome. Oh, you know what? I need to pick a new instance. Where did I lose my zombies? Let's see. Let's go back to town. New instance. And to get a new instance, when you're clicking on the circle, the teleport circle, you just hit control, and it'll give you the option to open up a new one. Very handy for farming. I'm so thankful they put that in, because otherwise you'd have to wait 8 to 15 minutes for each zone to reset. And if you want to farm a certain area, I mean, why not? You know, what does it hurt them to have that kind of stuff in? It's perfect to leave it in. Yeah, it's going to be some short maintenance. I think all of Twitch is going to be undergoing some sort of back-end maintenance. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it shouldn't be long. It's said, they said brief, but just in case, you know, I don't really want there to be issues, so I'm just going to end the cast early and not get involved in whatever they're doing. But it's 2 o'clock, so we've got about 2 hours left before 4 o'clock here. But yeah, in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, they're going to do maintenance. I watch a lot of Twitch. It's an interruption in my entertainment viewing, but that's alright. Right now, I am the entertainment. You guys been watching any of the new SimCity stuff that's out? It's kind of exciting to watch, actually. Hey, zombies, go over here. Kill those guys. Go, zombies, go! Zombies. So terrible. There you go. You're on here 24/7, Joker. Yeah, don't worry about it. It shouldn't be very long. I think it's a super short maintenance. They did use the word brief, so the only way that it's not going to be short is if they run into some kind of trouble, but I don't know what their definition of brief is, so hopefully it's only a couple of minutes. But if you run into any problems after 4:30 Central, then it might be because of the maintenance. I don't know if you'd like to report problems, but you can always keep an eye out for them and report stuff if it's weird. Oh yeah, Frag had, I think he had a record number of viewers watching him play last night. I was in there watching on my phone, so I wasn't logged in, and he had subscribers on. I'm not a subscriber to his channel because I can't afford it just yet, but man, that was a pretty cool looking game. And then I watched Crumps a little bit this morning as well, and he might actually still be casting it. I know Crumps does pretty long marathons, which is pretty impressive. But it looks like a fun game. I think it looks a little simplified, because I used to play SimCity 2000 and a couple other SimCities previous to that. I think 2000 is the last one I actually played. So don't know. I'm not sure if I like it yet or not. Like, I haven't purchased it because I'm waiting. I don't want to make a mistake and pay too much money for it and then hate it. Lordly plate. That's an armor. No, none of this is good. I think we're just gonna have to reset and come back in. That was a farming unsuccess that time. You think you're gonna get it? Do you typically buy games when they're new, Joker, or do you wait a little while to see if they're any good before spending the money?
We're all
Yeah, Frag definitely made it look like fun last night. I mean, he plays all sorts of games, and it was nice to see him playing something a little different than his usual. I know he plays a lot of platformers. And I like watching people play platformers. I don't actually like platformers. I think the only platformer I've played recently that I've enjoyed was probably Bit Trip Runner, the first one. And even then, I didn't play it that much. And then I also played Little Big Planet, the first one, but that was over a year ago. And that was on my PlayStation 3 also. Not a huge fan of platformers. When I was a kid, I used to play them more. I loved Castlevania. Castlevania Symphony of the Night on the PlayStation 1 is on my list of favorite games that I played. And I would love to have a game like that again that had that kind of play control. It was just such a great game. But now all I have left is the nostalgia of the game, because trying to play it, it's totally outdated at this point. It's very sad when you remember your games with the rose-colored glasses, and then you go back and actually try to play them, and you're like, wow, the graphics are really bad, and I can never relive it again. You play a lot of games that are popular on Twitch, because yeah, I enjoy watching and playing too. Same exact. Sometimes I like to play games while at the same game I'm watching. Like Minecraft is really excellent to do that with, because if you're not playing with anybody else at the time, you feel like you have somebody that you're playing with. Or you could join a server where there's other people, and you could hang out and actually play some games with them, or just help them build. It's really hard to find good Minecraft servers though, because everybody's got to trust you, and if you're the kind of person that's a griefer, you're definitely not welcome on those servers, because you can destroy everybody's hard work. That's not too cool. So a lot of people who own servers are hesitant to let people in because they're worried they're going to get somebody that ruins all their stuff. And I can totally understand why. So I haven't been able to find too many good servers. I've been on a couple of good PvP servers where they have games where they play against each other. Those games crack me up so bad too, because they're completely ridiculous, and I never feel bad losing them. Kind of like, how can you feel bad losing a snowball fight, for example? I mean, you just can't. It's just fun. You get your own private server? Do you have one, or do you just, is that when you decide you want to play, you go rent one for a while? Because I know they're not that expensive. I've actually thought about doing that before. If I get into a Minecraft phase, I mean, I wouldn't mind maintaining a server, but maybe it takes money, so. Oh, it's Apocryphile. I have your camera off, so you can relax until you're all ready to go. Did you get Rockstar? He has returned, and he has Rockstar. Are you ready for your camera yet? Oh, I don't know. It might be on the table in there. In the table. We have these koozies that we put on our drinks, and we have this old Coke sitting here. We have 2 of them, and we're always losing them. They just go missing. We carry them around a lot, that's why. And we just kind of put them in random spots. So trying to remember where they ended up is kind of hard. Now we have a Feed the Beast server and a vanilla server. Nice. Yeah, that pretty much covers it. So whatever you're in the mood like to do, you've got both things. You've got lots of mods, all the mods, or you've got vanilla. And vanilla is definitely fun. Do you use textures when you play? None of this stuff is good. My farming has not gone well. Okay, you ready for your camera? Alright, and here is Apocryphile, wearing his leather jacket of doom. Leather jacket of doom? Because you're cold right now. Yes, he's wearing real armor to play Path of Exile. You don't have your headset on, so they won't be able to hear you. Okay. You guys can just watch him look tired, because that's what he's doing right now. And he got the green apple. I had a little bit of a debate whether or not you were going to show up with green apple or if you were going to cave and get cranberry Red Bull. His new second place favorite flavor. Or tied for first. No, tied for first. Yeah. It confuses me, but... Oh, hey, Cast Sabby says your leather looks tight. You might want to type in the chat so they can actually hear you. Cast Stabby! That's a good name. Boss Jacket, Joker says. It is a pretty cool jacket. It's his motorcycle jacket at Icon. It does. It has armor plating. I don't know if you guys can hear him talking or not, so I'm just repeating what he says. Alright, I did get a wand and a couple of currency items. If you're not up to playing right now, you can just hang out and I can farm with my witch until you feel like it. Just let me know. We're discussing all sorts of subjects. Random things, because that's usually what I end up doing, is talking about random stuff. Alright, let's see.
Now, actually, the only thing that's uncomfortable about this jacket is the elbow plating. If I don't wear a shirt, it kind of like rubs my elbows raw.
My witch is a cold build, and she's also a cast multiple curses build. And then tertiary, I sort of have a little bit of minion support. The minions are not crucial though, because being a cold witch, I can't always guarantee that I'm going to summon them, but sometimes they're there just in case I need a little bit of help. Dungeons especially, like these outside places are a lot easier for me, but when I'm inside of like the jail and places like that, I mean it gets pretty dangerous, so I like to summon the skeletons to go ahead of me so I don't get killed. Cold is definitely one of my favorite builds though. And I was pointing...
Cold is proper. It's very good.
It's proper?
Yeah, it's a proper good build. I don't mean it's proper as in it's like...
Dignified?
Yeah, I mean it's a proper build.
My proper build, like which is dapper to proper.
Sorcerers in D2.
Yeah. You mean it's a good build?
Yeah.
It's standard. Yeah. I mean, well, cold slows stuff down. I mean, anytime you're slowing enemies down, whether or not you're, whether or not you're freezing them or stunning them, I mean, all that stuff's good. I got distracted for a second because Twitch notice just came up. Yeah. They're now starting to show everybody that the maintenance is coming at 2:30 Pacific, and I've already told everybody that we'll be ending at about 4 so that we don't run into the maintenance.
Let's see what color this is actually.
Oh, you're trying out the Freeze Pulse Shadow Tank? Yeah, that looks like a pretty cool build.
Shadow Tank?
It's one of Crip's builds.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got an extensive list of builds.
It's clear. Well, kind of has a light yellow color.
Yeah, we were debating what the color of the Rockstar was, and it looks like it's kind of an off yellow. Let's see what it looks like on my camera, because I know the colors are slightly different on ours.
Yeah, it's like an off yellow.
It's not the same.
It's barely...
I'm drinking it out of a glass, and this is refined. I feel very refined drinking it out of it.
You are refined.
Wow, that's good. Is this mine? You just poured it? Okay. You're doing that because you're going to drink the whole can before I actually get any of it. How many did you get? Just one, or?
No, I got 2.
Oh, you got 2.
That one's in the fridge.
How was it out today? Oh, put your, okay.
I was taking a drink. It's a little chilly, but, every time I stop the bike, it's instantly warm. The sun's on me, and I'm like, this is good.
Yeah. It's a little cold today. It's about 50 degrees here, so that's a little cold for a bike, but driving around in town, though, I mean, you don't really get too much faster than 30 or 40 miles per hour, so it's not as bad as it could be. It's not like it's highway driving. Highway driving on a bike, if you're going like 65 miles per hour, it lowers the temperature about 15-20 degrees, so it feels a lot colder than it actually is. And riding a bike in 30-degree weather is not something that I would call fun. Even if you're completely wrapped up, it's just really hard to keep your body heat stable. What is a quick sock? Do you know what a quick sock is? Is that like some kind of thermal sock, or is that the one that keeps the sweat away from your body? Oh, thick. Okay. I know they have these, like the campers, people that like go out camping in the woods will get socks that I guess they pull it away from your body or something. They're like wool socks. I don't remember what they're called though. Brain in your butt. That happens to us. The longer we're awake, the more the brain goes
My
right.
brain's in my butt right now.
His brain is probably always in his butt. It's standard.
Boogie in your butt, boogie in your butt, boogie in your butt.
Hey zombies, go kill that guy.
Put a brain in your butt, but don't strain in your butt.
What am I farming for? I'm just farming in general. I'm actually going to stop here once I get to town, and we're going to continue with our co-op fun. Now that Apocryphile is back and boogieing in his butt. Hey, look! An item with 5 sockets on it.
I see that holy chainmail.
I haven't gotten very many of these yet, because I just started Cruel, and that's about where they start dropping, so...
And Merciless is past Cruel, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is that the final difficulty?
I think it is now. There used to be 4, and now there's only 3. Alright, I don't care. None of that stuff's good. So we're gonna go. Now, we're back in town. And I don't think I actually got anything to stash. Not really. Oh wait, I did get this dagger. Which doesn't work for the 2 classes we're playing, of course, but I do have some stuff coming up at like level 32 that might actually be upgrades for us, so we'll have to check it out in a while. But I didn't have too much good farming luck, just a few currency items. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Are you ready to jump back in?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey man, someone here has one of those gold kiwis.
Alright, let's go
Who
back
it
in.
is?
And I'm gonna grab my level 25 Templar. The Great Sir Ham. Okay, excellent. I sorted out my inventory while you were gone as well.
Cool.
Alright, let me bring up... See, I almost
Yeah,
selected
Joker.
Unfriend that time.
That way we could pay more attention to the chat.
Yeah, if we try to play on hardcore, we wouldn't be able to talk to you guys very much at all. Unless, of course, the point is to watch us die. Let's see how quickly we could die. Death at level 2! I mean, that's pretty
Yeah.
much what would happen. And when I was doing the race the other day, it was extremely hard for me to try and read the chat and actually survive, even though I was kind of going slow and taking it easy, so those days are just really, really rough. So for us to have fun, we just go on default. Alright, so I invited you, we're in the same party, but we're not in the same town, so we just have to decide what waypoint we're going to take. You know, I think this Rockstar kind of looks like a weak beer.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
thinking.
Coors
I like
Light.
champagne.
I like that champagne. It is a little bubbly because of the, I guess, the carbon. It's very bubbly. It reminds me of like Stella Artois or some really light beer that nobody really likes because they're extremely tasteless. It has a lot of taste though. It tastes
I'm
like
sure
apple.
somebody likes it.
Oh yeah, some people do. They're light beers. I'm not a big fan of beer at all, so my favorite kind of beer is lambic. I like Lindemans Creek, if you've ever had it. It's a cherry wine beer of sorts.
It's good.
Yep, it's a little sour, and it doesn't taste like beer at all, but it's really delicious.
Alright, well, it looks like all the rest of our quests are on this other side now.
Okay, so which zone would you like to start in? Are we just gonna go out the...
Yeah, river crossings.
Okay. Alright, 2 river crossings. Let's see if we actually are together. Wait, I see your green. We are. And here's my turquoise. Oh man. I don't know how to feel about the turquoise. I really don't.
It doesn't look bad.
I have to get my peep. Where's my peep? My kiwi. Yeah, I guess it doesn't. So I'm not trying to match anything else. It looks fine. You look pretty boss though. I can't tell if your horns have like a glowing type.
They do kind of, yes. They I can see the glow moving down the horns.
Yeah, it looks like it's traveling.
Yeah, it does.
Like maybe they're molten or something. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. All right. Oh yes, I must turn on my... I'm gonna use the fire aura right now.
Sounds good to me.
I might try turning them both back on again once I level. have to remember how to play this character because I played the witch for 2 seconds and I feel like I need to Nova. I had so much fun playing that. That witch is so fun. I love the AoE effect. Oh my god, this little guys. How about a totem? Wow, you just like killed them all. I guess we're really over level for the zone.
Yeah. I think this stuff here is like
16.
16.
Yeah. Oh hey, you're gonna do your first race, Joker? It's awesome, man.
Oh, nice. Yeah. If you live through it, you I mean, you get points.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the bottom level is. It's is it 11 that it starts? 11 to 20, you get 1 reward point.
I thought it was 15.
Or is it 15 to 20? Basically, if you get to a certain level threshold, you get a guaranteed point just for living. So if it's your first race, take it really slow. What I would advise is actually not trying to rush through any of the content and just kind of like, you know, just farm around and concentrate on leveling and living. And if you can make it to their first bracket, you'll actually get a point. And then once you get better at it, going crazy is probably the way to go. Crazier and crazier as far as your training goes. Oh man, I didn't even see that guy. That's what I'm going to do next time. I think instead of forging ahead as much, because I was really moving a little bit too fast for survival, I'm just going to concentrate on getting level reward points. Because I'm definitely not going to be doing any of the firsts, and I'm definitely not going to be the highest level. So I'm going to concentrate on what I can do, which is staying alive if I'm careful. But it definitely does take a mentality where you're not rushing, because it feels like you need to rush because they're a limited time, you know, so you want to get as far as you can. But really, if your point is leveling, it doesn't matter what zone you've gotten to. You're just collecting XP and staying alive, so you can get reward points. They have so many events. I mean, you might actually be able to get a couple prizes.
Oh, you probably would be able to, yeah.
I mean, because if you make it to level 21, you get 2 reward points. And if you get 15 reward points, that's the first threshold to actually get a reward on their
And the rewards are pretty good.
Yeah, they're all uniques. So that would mean that you'd have to participate in about probably 8 races. And you would be able to get a reward at the end of the season. Which, that's pretty cool. I mean, even just the experience of training is probably worth it, but getting a reward just makes it even sweeter.
So as you pass the thresholds, do they just send you the items or what?
I think the items are awarded at the end of the season.
Oh, I
I'm
see.
pretty sure that people aren't getting them, but I could be wrong about that. You mean as you earn like 15 points and qualify for the first one? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're end of season rewards. I don't know for sure though. It's very possible that they just instantly award them to you, because I mean, I've never actually won any of them, so I don't know. That's how it seems like it would work logically though. Somebody else might know. They can say if they know. Because I certainly don't, but it seems like a good system. I kind of like the reward points better than the random rewards they were giving before, although, man, between the two of us, we won a lot of the random stuff. I remember I had a bunch of cool rewards. I had a couple of GCPs, and a couple of other various orbs. Man, I got so lucky with the orbs that I won off of all the random stuff back in closed beta. Shane Coif. No, that's a crappy one. One-handed mace. Wait, look at that too. Wow. I stopped to look at loot. I'm like, oh no! Where'd you go, Apocryphile? Yeah, that's your whetstone.
Say what?
Do you want that whetstone? It was yours.
Oh, sure.
I have plenty from farming quality, so I mean, you might as well take it. 11 and staying alive is the minimum. Yeah, I thought it might have been, because the threshold is it's 10 levels essentially. You know, 11 to 20. So yeah, so if you make it to level 11, just take it easy at that point, and stay alive, and then you'll start getting some points. Depending on how good you are at hardcore. Are you kidding me? Did you just seriously do what I think you just did?
Yes, I did.
But there's a monkey over here. Look, it's gonna. Oh,
Are you gonna be all right?
no! Look, it's killing me.
No, it's not.
I chunked him. One hit.
You chunked him in one hit. And
Yeah. Well, I got scared for a second. I was nervous.
I see.
I mean, he looked scary. He was throwing rocks or poop or something at me. I don't know.
Probably poop.
I can't believe you can jump across.
Of course I could jump across.
That just makes me completely grumpy. Real grumpy. I'm kind of actually looking forward to the next races too. I'm kind of hoping we can do some more on stream, because I would actually prefer to stream any of the stuff that I do. And I guess I could always do a special event for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we have our set hours, but
What?
we're going to have some special events too.
What the hell is going on?
Well, you got to get to your next level.
Let's see, what is it?
It's probably
Level
26.
26, yep.
Yeah, usually the gems start out-leveling you a little bit. Oh no. So you get a little rock star in you, and then you just start raging.
No, I am tired. I am just fake raging at this point.
You're fake raging?
Yeah.
Well, neither one of us really rage. Actually,
No, I do.
You've had a couple moments of rage in your life, but you're much better now than you used to be. My game rage, I don't remember the last time I raged on a game. Have I ever raged?
Your rage face is much like your normal tone of voice. Like, I can't tell.
I mean, like, I'm raging right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's my normal face.
Here's my normal face.
My rage face.
Here's my rage face. Yeah, that's pretty similar. I think maybe I'm a little more sarcastic feeling. I don't know. I tend to laugh instead of rage. I think that's the difference. I'm trying to think of what game made you rage last, though. I don't think it was as far back as Assassin's Creed. I think there was something more recent that might have made you rage.
I'm trying to think. Borderlands 2 made me rage here and there. Because of the stupid bugs.
12 p.m. and 4 p.m.? What, Joker, what time zone is that? Is that the next race that's coming up for Path of Exile? I'm doing it wrong, Jeremis? Okay, let me see here. I'm doing rage wrong. What do I have to do? I have to pick up my keyboard and hurt Apocryphile with it? Well, I don't think my cord will reach over there, actually. I'm
That's
also...
really wimpy.
I was going to say non-violent. And I don't know which direction you went. Okay. I'm very non-violent.
She has a wet noodle grip.
You might have to explain the wet noodle grip thing. I don't know if I want to. How's your storytelling skills today?
Not good, but I can sum it up real fast. You know those things that you, as they're like these coin-operated machines that test your grip strength? It's like this piece of metal, and you grab it and you squeeze it, and it's got the different lights. Like in, you ever played Fallout New Vegas when you're building your character? Well, she has a strength of 1. Wet noodle grip.
Okay, I went to the store with my family. This is many, many years ago. And they had one of those machines that measured how strong your grip was. And my siblings tried it. I have a sister and brother, both younger, by the way. They tried it, and they got pretty decent results. You know, my brother was pretty strong. My sister was really strong. She was better at it than both of us. And then I tried it thinking, you know, I'm the oldest, so obviously I'm going to have the best strength here. So I try it, and no matter what I did, I could not get it to go above the first strength thing. And it actually said, wet noodle grip, and then it flashed. It was like, bzz, 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 wet noodle grip. They laughed at me so hard. I thought it was pretty funny,
Did
too.
you just hoover a gym?
Did I?
I could have sworn I saw
I don't
a
hoover.
gym.
Oh, no, this was an old one I had before. I don't hoover because I have to hit
saw
Alt.
a gem drop, and then it disappeared.
No, you maybe thought it was a gem because, like it was my loot, or you were waiting for it to process, and it looked like something else.
I'm pretty sure it was
This one I picked up a while ago.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't hoover one. I'd like to hoover one because it might be clarity. That would be awesome. But anyway.
I think I hoovered it. I think I hoovered it. Split arrow.
You hoovered it? You're like, did you hoover? I don't hoover. I have to hit Alt.
Like,
I have to hit the button.
I heard it. Like, it hit my inventory or something.
Okay, you guys may or may not have figured out what hoovering is. Hoover in the United States is a vacuum cleaner company.
Yeah.
It's a vacuum brand name. I don't know actually where they're originally manufactured, but whatever. They sell them here. So the way that Apocryphile picks up loot, he doesn't have Alt turned on or anything, so he just kind of like randomly clicks around and can like hoover or vacuum up all of the loot. So that's why we say that, in case you guys have no idea what we're talking about.
You won't even get to see an item. It'll just be in my inventory.
When I can see the
I
items,
vacuumed it up.
this is why I say, oh hey, I got to see that item this time before you hoovered it, because if I can see it for a split second before he picks it up, it's a miracle. So, And because we share loot, it doesn't really matter, but it's just funny that he would say that I hoovered something because I have to hit the Alt key and make an actual effort to pick something up. Like, I ignore the loot half the
All
time.
the time.
I do not hoover anything.
You are a hoovering person.
I'll tell you what I'll hoover, some GCPs, that's what I'll hoover. I'll hoover them before you even know what they are.
I'll be like, hey, what was that? I don't know what a GCP is. Is it Jim Cutter's Prism? Is that right?
Yes, Jim Cutter's Prism. They're basically the currency in Path of Exile.
You want that?
Yeah, I guess. I don't really need it, but I'll just... Yeah, you get those things. Good. Yeah, people use them for trading. They're like the gold standard, I guess. Since we don't have gold in this game, people use them as the... We don't have the thing. We have to kill the spider.
Hey, I know that blinding name anywhere.
Oh, hey, Mako, how are you today? Welcome back. It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, Dysons do suck more, but
Dysons.
it's not as catchy to say. Did you just Dyson that item?
Yeah, are you Dysoning? That just doesn't sound right.
To hoover something, it's almost like it's an adjective.
I love that, we're hoovering. Apocryphile, did you just hoover that awesome thing that I wanted?
I did.
Great. Well, you can keep that awesome thing, because I don't even know what it was. I probably didn't see it. You would be like the king of hoovering before anybody even gets to see. Like, imagine how good you would be in like a game if you had a bunch of randoms, and you would just go after your loot like all the time. And you'd get it before it would expire. It's kind of fun for me to watch the countdown for him when the loot's assigned to him, because usually if he's paying attention, it gets picked up before the halfway point. That's how fast he goes after it. But he doesn't have a key to press, so I could be faster if I cared.
It's a crap too, and I have to empty my inventory out every now and then.
That's because you hoover everything. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, you're just hoovering it all.
Yeah, but I'm doing it on purpose.
Oh, I see. Up, see that one? That was about half. Hoovered right up. I think it's awesome. Oh no, I better get that. Whooshu.
Is that right, night? It's almost like midnight there, right?
Yeah, it's pretty late for Jeremus. I'm glad you noticed he's leaving, because he said bye yesterday and I didn't see it, because too much crap was going on. So, have a good night, Jeremus. Sleep well, rest well, and come back to Twitch and have fun tomorrow. That's always a great way to end the night. It's watching some streams and then going to bed. It's very relaxing.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, you're on a stream and then you're gonna go to bed. It's a little different. Hang on, I'm killing guys. Where did you go?
I am running around.
I like it when you're tired, because you run around in circles and have an excuse to do weird stuff, because you're just running around weird. Dysons makes it sound British if you say you're Dysoning something.
Did you just Dyson that old chap?
I don't know. I don't think I get behind saying Dysoning. It's just because I usually add the ing and it's just weird.
No, British people probably don't say old chap at all.
Probably not. I think they would be offended by you saying old chap. And that's just...
Oh, chap.
I don't know. All the British people I've known in my life, they don't say old chap. Unless, of course, they're Monty Python and they're like doing a sketch or something.
We use Hoover like we say, need a Kleenex. Yeah.
Oh, Hoover makes us... Okay. Yeah, I would know. Hey, maybe Hoover is a British company. I mean, it could be. I don't really know.
Kleenex is a lot like Dumpster. I didn't realize Dumpster is actually a brand name.
Dumpster's a brand name?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
The things you learn. Well, it's like a PSA. Did you know that Dumpster is actually a brand like Kleenex? Well, I guess. Wow, Dumpster. Are they one of those like rental type things where you rent the really big?
I guess.
Dumpsters.
I guess.
I guess they must be, right? Because that's what they're called. I don't know.
Well, I think they're called something else. People call them dumpsters because that's the name of the company.
I guess so. Large life flask. And brand names, it's hard to weed them out.
It's like calling a tissue a Kleenex.
Right, right.
You got a box of Puffs sitting on your desk. You're like, hey, hand me a Kleenex.
Man, I bet Puffs hates that shit too.
Yeah.
They're probably like, we cannot train people to stop calling these things Kleenex. What do we do? How do we market it? It's like a Coke or Pepsi. People hardly ever say soda, you know. Hand me a... They do say pop.
Oh, pop. I thought somebody was barbecuing.
I'm your host, Apocryphile, and my co-host, Sweet Brown. Yeah. I don't know, I guess people do say soda and pop depending on what they're talking about, but if they're talking about a cola, nobody uses the word cola. They say Coke.
No one says cola.
Some people do say Pepsi. I think some of the Northeasterners say cola. In fact, when you're asking if they have Pepsi or Coke, they'll say, "What kind of cola do you have?" Instead of asking, you know, "Do you have Pepsi or Coke?"
Yeah.
That's easier for me. I prefer asking the brand names, but I mean, what if they have RC Cola? Huh? Then what?
Yeah, or if you're in the South, Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's kind of gross.
You're a Yankee.
You don't like Dr. Pepper either.
But
And I'm not a Yankee anymore. Well, I'm partial. I actually have
I guess you never were a Yankee.
I have dual citizenship because I lived a good deal of my life up north, and I was born below the Maryland line, so technically I am not a Yankee. But I did spend a lot of time in Philadelphia, so I have to own up to it. At this point, living in Texas, I don't really know what that makes me.
A Texan.
Just a Texan. Because Texans aren't really Southerners, because you know that's
They are.
they are with the North.
They're Southerners from Texas.
See, now I'm just confused.
As well you should be.
Cass Debbie loves Dr. Pepper. And so does Mako. I think it's just a very passionate thing for some people. There are some people that love Dr. Pepper, and there are some people that really hate it. I don't know, it's why it creates all that passion. You don't just think Dr. Pepper's okay. You either really like it, or you really hate it. I don't think there's any in-between.
Yeah.
Because I've never really talked to anybody there on one side of the fence or the other. I don't know, I think it just has too many flavors in it for me. I can't tell what flavor it's trying to be. Something.
That is the point of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been drinking a lot of soda lately. I guess Coke is probably my favorite soda.
Well, like, technically Rockstars are sodas.
Well, yes, this is true. I guess if you want to count Rockstar as a soda, and I don't know if I would, because technically it's an energy drink, but it is bubbly. Oh my god, there's monkeys. You're just ignoring them all. You don't want to kill the monkeys?
No.
I lost you. No, I lost you because I was killing
Wait a minute.
stuff. There you are. Keep going. Wait.
I know. Wait.
I'm
trying to figure out which entrance is which now.
working on this guy. I think I'm desynced or something. Oh, I see. I'm just gonna follow you. You can figure
Okay.
out where you want to go. I can run around in a circle for a while. I can dance all day. I can dance all day. Boom!
Boom!
Headshot! And that was at the same time. That kind of freaks me out. I shouldn't do that at the same time.
You both Templar. No, I'm playing a Marauder.
Yes, he is a Marauder. I am the Templar. You guys are watching my screen right now. Eventually we're going to set it up so that people can see his screen sometimes, or maybe at the same time. We're not really sure how we want to do it yet because of the delay. The casting delay is kind of weird. So he will, if we cast from my computer, we won't be in sync. His voice will never be in sync with his own display. So we're trying to work out how we want to do that. I might be able to try and put his on mine
You
somehow.
always talk with bad dubbing.
Oh no,
Then my voice would never be synced, no matter what.
you're not gonna jump the creek again, are you? I have a bad feeling about this.
No, I'm not jumping the creek.
Okay, shoo. Because my little stubbly Templar legs don't jump across. I don't have the leap slam. Is that what it's called? Leap slam.
Let's see what this is, because I'm not sure.
All right. Yes,
All right,
I'm still lacking in the pants department. I haven't found the what's it called, heavenly plate or whatever I need to actually have pants. So I think I'm still probably too low level to have found pants. But it's becoming a lifelong goal. My Templar may not be able to actually get pants in his lifetime, which is okay. He'll just always have that as his motivating goal in life.
Pants.
Maybe if he can learn to sew and make cloth. And oh god, you look like you're gonna just have a bad feeling. I don't think you
Have a
can
bad
reach
time?
it. I
No,
see
I
what
can't get
I see what
across
you're
this.
trying to do.
Yeah, there's a limit to the distance that you can jump.
Act 1 cruel? Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it. You know, actually I think my witch might have gotten a piece of heavenly plate while she was farming. I'll have to, I don't even know if I kept it. I might have sold it if it was blue. I'll have to look. Yeah, I mean, I need the pants. I just saw you hoover a yellow. I don't know what it was.
was a footman's cast. It's the helmet I'm wearing.
That's for you.
But it only has one socket and it's a blue, so...
What? Oh, it's a blue socket. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you said it was a blue item, because I was like, no, it's yellow.
Oh wait, no, this is not... this is not a upgrade at all.
Not an upgrade.
No.
Put it in the stash.
Brood Halo.
Brood Halo Footsman's Cask. Alright, I'll put it in the stash. You know, I don't have anything called Brood Halo. None of my yellows, none of them match. Oh, I'm saving all these yellows, trying to get the name matches, and none have yet. I've matched one out of the two words occasionally.
Alright.
Well, we've almost explored the whole place.
Yeah.
I know it's a hefty burden being the explorer. I multitask really poorly, so...
Well, we're almost level 26, so...
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm around the zone forever. Other people might start climbing walls, watching us. Guys, go down to the south! And go get the...
I mean, I saw the exit. It's on the west wall, but I thought it was the one with the vines on it, but it's not.
Oh, hey, there's a chromatic.
Ah.
I did not hoover it. I had to stop and consciously go back and click it. There's a lot of dead bodies down here. I get the feeling we might be responsible for that.
Yeah.
Oops. Always checking all these stones, too. I've already hit all the boulders because we've been through here before, but every time I'm like, did I click that boulder? Very conscious of the boulders and the pots. I don't know why. And the urns!
Oh, the benefit for matching is if you have, is it 3?
It is 3 for the best rewards, yeah. I think you can turn
have
into
3 of the same item, rares, that have the same name, so like let's say, for example, I have this Brood Grip. If you have 3 items that have Brood Grip as their name and you sell them, you get, what is it you get?
I don't remember. You get currency items, and they're the better ones, like alchemy orbs, stuff like that. I don't remember exactly what the recipe is. I have not actually successfully done it since open beta, so they may have changed the recipe, but if I remember correctly, it was something like an alchemy orb for 3 matching names, but they might have changed it. I don't know. As soon as I actually get 2 matching items, I'm going to go put them in the vendor and see what I get for 2, and if it's crappy, then I'll hold on to them and try to get 3. We used to do it all the time. I had a huge spreadsheet. I had mules with, like, I mean, the storage that we had was ridiculous. I had hundreds and hundreds of items, and trying to match all those names got to be a complete nightmare. I don't know how much I'm going to be doing it in this game. I mean, because all of this stuff is permanent, by the way, I have no idea where you went.
Yeah, just keep going that way.
Okay. So, because everything's permanent now...
Not that way.
Up or down? Oh, you're not up. That's the end. This
that way.
Yeah, so everything is permanent now, so any of the collecting of the currency items...
Absolute opposite way. Go this way?
I can't cross right there.
I know, but you need to go...
I have to cross the bridge. Alright.
There's another bridge that you ran... Like, if you had kept going that way, you would have seen another bridge.
Alright.
This way.
Oh, that way. Okay. If I could just see your green, I would find you. I ended up stopping and talking for some reason. I lost you. Let's see. Alright, I'm on the creek edge now.
Just keep going.
Okay. Yeah, but what I was saying is I want to collect the items, so it doesn't really hurt to try and save some stuff, but if I go too nuts with it, I'm going to get really tired of saving items. And I'm eventually going to burn out and probably sell all the ones that are crappy. Because, I mean, honestly, the yellows that we have, they're really bad. Like, majority of them are bad. I would say I've probably got a handful, maybe 20 decent ones, but they're all low level, too. And the higher level you get, the more stuff you're going to want to have room for the higher level stuff, so I'm collecting them. We'll see. When I actually get some matching names, we can confirm what the recipes are. Or I can go to the forums on Lays and read the actual shopping lists. For a while it was fun discovering what the shopping lists were, because you can put all kinds of stuff in the vendor. Like if you find an item that has 6 sockets, and you just sell it to the vendor, like just a white item, you'll get jeweler's orbs. It was 7, I don't know if it's still 7, or if they lessen
Oh
that
yeah, I
number.
remember that now.
Yeah, it might be less now.
Good way to get those jeweler's orbs.
Yep. Oh, hey, there's a cleaver. In fact, I have this. This is what I was looking at when you ran off. I have a cleaver in my inventory. I think it's too low level though.
Yeah, it is.
16. Okay. Alright, I'll put it here. Alright, sweet.
Unless it has like 3,000% extra physical damage, kiss my rump.
Yeah, actually, a 6. I wonder if it is linked, because if you actually got a white item that's a 6 link, you would never sell it to a vendor. I mean, that's so valuable, you wouldn't do that. It's just 6 sockets, period. Because
dude, 6 linked.
Yeah.
Dude, you could just like scour that and like.
yeah, Mako was saying they had to be linked. I don't think so. They're so valuable. Like if all 6 are linked, that is just
Dude.
like
Yeah.
hang on to that thing, and if you're not going to use it, you trade it to somebody for lots of profit. Because man, the statistical probability of getting a 6 link, which is technically 5 links, is pretty low, and it's pretty valuable. And I think it's just 6 sockets to the
6
vendor.
sockets with 5 links.
Yeah, those are the valuable ones you don't sell to the vendor. But if it's, I mean, even like a 4 linked, you know, with 6 slots linked together, or 5 slots linked together is valuable and not worth selling to the vendor. But man, you get so many crappy, like, slotted items when you get up there. You've got like maybe 2 links on it or something. I mean, just sell it. Unless it's like the item that you are gonna waste a bunch of currency on. I would just sell it. Because you need to save those jeweler's orbs for like your Uber gear. You really want to stat up. Throwaways from that kind of stuff, which is why I'm mostly just collecting all of the currency items now. I'm just collecting them. No intent to really use any of it yet. I think I've used 1 alchemy orb just for fun. Because I will use some of my currency items, especially the more common stuff. It's not fun for me to just sit on it and never use any of it, you know?
Yeah.
But the valuable stuff, like, I mean, you have things that don't drop very often, like blessed orbs and exalteds and all that kind of stuff. Like, you really need to make sure you're using them on good stuff. It's 6 sockets for 7 jewelers. Awesome. Yeah, they didn't change it, so that's good. It is as I remembered, thank God. I knew I have to start learning new stuff. Man, hey, you got some friends.
I did.
Yeah, you can definitely get caught up in the idea of making low-level stuff good. Eventually, though, the low-level stuff's so easy to farm, but it's just fun to use the currency items when you feel like it. Because if they're sitting in your inventory and you never use them, I mean, first of all, you're not going to learn how to use them. And secondly, it's like you're saving all that stuff. What if you burn out before you actually get to endgame and don't feel like playing anymore? Then you've used none of them, and you've had no fun whatsoever. So I just tell people, if you're planning on getting to endgame, don't blow all your currency items, but use them and learn how to use them and have fun. Use them when you want to. Try not to waste the more valuable ones. But it's all trial and error. I mean,
That is true.
I can't fault anybody for using their items when they want to, because, I mean, it's not my place to say what's fun. Hey, do we level at the same time?
No, I leveled quite a bit. Like, a minute.
Very suspicious of you leveling quite a bit.
Yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna ding, but you never did, so.
Did you level up your gem?
Yes, I did.
We have to level up ourselves. Is this a good time?
Yeah, it's a good time, hamster.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put my next point in reduced mana reservation for my auras.
Bloodless enemies cannot leech life from you.
Okay. Very good. Hey, somebody is firing arrows at us.
Say what?
Someone is firing arrows at us.
Oh, yeah.
I see them over there. Well, I see the arrows. Oh, you only play with other people, Mako? It makes sense. It's a lot more fun to play co-op.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely prefer co-op. I will farm by myself, and sometimes I will advance the plot with a character or two, but I really don't enjoy soloing in these games either. It's not awful, but it's definitely more fun to co-op. Which, you know, I don't think we've mentioned our legendary. We got another legendary today. It is our third legendary of all time.
Yep.
And I will show you. It is the Wanderlust wool shoes, which I'm actually wearing because I was wearing a white that had kind of low armor and lower energy shield. So that's a pretty good upgrade for me, so we decided, hey, I could actually wear them. So third legendary. We're going to keep good count this time, and eventually we're going to be like, I don't know how many it is. I don't care anymore. So, hey, you found the Weaver's Chambers, I see.
I did.
You can tell me when you're ready to go in. You don't need to
Okay.
fall asleep
Well, I didn't
instead.
wanna, like,
You know.
go in there and get a bunch of like XP or anything.
I don't think that you're ahead of me that much.
Uh,
It kind of looks,
yeah,
it looks fairly significant. How did that happen?
I don't know, but I have 2.542, and you have how much?
I have, let's see here. What number did you start reading?
542. 2.542.
2.5542. Yeah, I have 2.539.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't know. That is weird. Maybe you got
I
credit
think
for...
the last time we killed, last time we leveled, we killed like a lot of them, so it was probably like a lot of XP.
Yeah, it's just weird. I do not know how
Oh, you know what? I know why it took us so long to ding together.
What?
Is because the enemies are so low level.
Right? Oh, maybe we're just naturally that far apart all the time.
Yeah. But when we're fighting stuff more our level, we get larger chunks of XP.
Okay.
And when we're fighting like level 16 stuff, the XP chunks are like this big, so it seems like a wide gulp when it's actually.
Yeah, speaking of that, let's see. You know what? We didn't get the waypoint out in the Dark Forest. There's a waypoint out there. We should probably do that.
I was looking for it, but I was like, oh, I found this first.
Yeah. Well, unless you feel like re-exploring that entire zone.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it calculates the XP because it's weird. When we first started... Oh, crap. Which way did you go?
Just go in a random direction. This place is so huge because the first one of us that finds it, we can throw a portal down.
Okay. I might be going... No, I'm going in a new place.
Okay.
Because I found a chest that we hadn't gotten. Oh, no, wait. I guess... No, we killed some guys. There's
I found a
guys
guy
over
called
here.
Harry Hart.
What?
Harry Hart.
Oh, you found a yellow guy we hadn't killed? See, now you might get XP from that guy because I'm not helping you. We're in the same zone, but...
Yeah. Oh, you get it.
I got it or not.
Footman's cask.
I'm looking for the
Oh,
waypoint.
here's the waypoint.
See, I knew if I didn't follow you that you would find it. Okay, there's new dudes up here too.
Portal down for you.
Yeah, well, I have to fight dudes before I can mess with that. Life gain on hit gem.
Nice.
I already have one of these, but I haven't been using it, and that one is not quality. Alright, so now to town. Okay, let's see. Sir Ham's portal. And Karash's portal. Alright, I see you running from guys over there until I get there. Okay, I see you. Alright, go ahead.
Alright.
Kill at will. In fact, I'm gonna get the waypoint while you're doing that. I almost forgot to.
That would have been hilarious.
Well, you put the waypoint, you put your portal right on the waypoint, so I was like, hey, I already got it. I felt like I came through the waypoint. Actually, make sure that screen just lagged for a second. Yes, thank you, Mako. I have clicked the waypoint to remember. And the good news is, since he has it, if we miss it, we can always portal again to get it.
Yeah.
As long as one of us gets it, we're in good shape. Are you finishing farming out this guy? Do you want to
Yeah.
go back to the dungeon? Chunks. Yeah, I think it's about a 4-second delay in the stream. I'm always joking with Apocryphiles in the past, because if he's watching the stream to see what I'm doing, he's counting the
Yeah,
seconds right now.
It's 4.
Is it 4? So, it's really apparent how far the delay is when we play games like 10 Million. I don't know if you've seen 10 Million. It's a game that's kind of like Puzzle Quest, and there's a lot of matching involved. The game is kind of like Bejeweled in a way. But if he tells me what to match, chances are I've already matched them, and I've moved on to the next thing unless I'm stuck
Yeah,
for 4
it's really
seconds.
weird.
But it does work out sometimes, because sometimes I do get stuck for longer than 4 seconds. And by the time it catches up, then I'm just like, oh hey, I can do some stuff. I had enough mana for that. Let's see. And you're on hyper kill mode right now.
Yeah. True.
And there's still a village snake down here. And hey, look, a yellow guy, Viper Barbs. I think we
Viper
were
Barbs.
fighting this guy before, and I think he ran away from us. Look, there he goes. Yeah, he runs away because he's ranged. I can actually kill stuff now. My DPS doesn't completely suck. Yeah. Alright. Oh, there you are. Running along, killing things. Yeah, it's decent. I ended up getting a pretty good weapon, so my Infernal Blow is 117 DPS,
Nice.
which is that's my single target. So I do ground slam too. It's AOE. Man, your AOE is probably really good though, I believe, right now.
It's 101.
Mine's 70, 71. Aura. Hey, I'll take it. It's way better than 16.
Yeah.
I managed to eke out 17 DPS out of my ground slam earlier when we first started, and it's kind of amusing. I still could use a really good weapon upgrade, but are you stopping to kill these guys, or what's happening?
No. I don't think we've been there either, have we?
No, we don't need to go there yet, unless you want to. It's either go in the cave and kill the spider, or go in the western forest to continue killing bandits, because they're that way. Plus,
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Plus, I think Cleve uses Dex, and that will stop me at some point.
yeah, because you're not building decks.
I kind of am, but
Not really.
let's see. Oh, my Cleve is already level 8, so.
Well, it's like when it starts feeling like you can't use it anymore. I mean, just
Well, Cleve is strength, but it's strength and Dex.
yeah.
Because right now my Cleve is level 8, it costs 8 mana, and it requires 39 strength and 27 Dex. I mean, it's not a lot of Dex, but it's some.
Yeah, it's not actually too bad. Something I'm shooting at. A snake.
Snake.
Badger. Mushroom. That was one of the first internet things I think I ever watched that didn't make any sense. And then after that, the floodgates opened, and the internet was full of...
sense anymore.
Yeah, nothing makes sense anymore, but it's somehow funny. I don't really understand what happened. Maybe it's the lowest common denominator type of humor, but, I mean, it's funny.
Right.
I don't claim to understand why, but I do laugh at most of it. Sometimes it's incomprehensible humor, though. Did this zone reset? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay.
We didn't have to support any of it, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it did. It looks like it didn't, though. What's wrong with your build, Mako?
Oh, wow. Flicker strike spiders.
Wow. Flicker strike spiders.
Yep.
No, I don't like the flicker strike. It makes me a little nervous. Very nervous. It makes me even more nervous. Man, I love Infernal Blow and Chunks. Pretty good. You might want to consider... Oh, no, you're not using a mace, though, I don't think.
Nope.
Wait a second. I think you can use more than that. Yeah, sword, axe, mace, staff, or unarmed. Infernal Blow is the catch-all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, strike. Or transportation.
Nice. Nice Hoover.
Of course. Doubt my Hoovering prowess?
No, I never doubt your Hoovering prowess. I'm just amazed every time I see it. Every single time. Every day, your Hoovering amazes me.
Every day I'm Hoovering.
I like how we're completely ignoring whites now. This is probably good. You are very good at hoovering. Me, on the other hand, I'm terrible at it. I would just rather it be that way, though, because I don't want to accidentally pick up stuff. It bugs me when I pick up stuff. Accident. I also take my good old sweet time killing enemies. What?
Mako says, a friend sent me a message that said, if you could go back 50 years, what would you tell people? He said he would tell people that in his pocket, he had a device that connected him to everyone else in the world and had access to all the known information possible, and that we use it to send each other cat pictures.
Oh man, it's true. I look at cat pictures. I'm very guilty of cat picture looking. Especially Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat is one of my favorite cats. As silly as it seems, looking at cat pictures, I don't know if it's me in a good mood. And Reddit has like lots of cat pictures. It even has its own subreddit, cats. Which I guess is pretty common. But some pretty cool looking cats. Didn't you say there was a new Grumpy Cat meme that you saw recently?
Yeah.
Like another one? I can't remember what it was though.
Like a good neighbor, stay over there.
Grumpy Cat is awesome, man. That's what I want. I want a cat whose facial expression is grumpiness all the time. It's so extreme. I think most cats look a little grumpy, but that one is really extreme. I wonder if that person's making money off a Grumpy Cat. I think they sell shirts and stuff. You don't have enough regen or int on your Templar? Yeah, that sucks, man. I noticed early on that I was going to need some int, so I've been kind of clearing the way to those, like, plus 30 int spots. Those definitely help catch you up, but wow.
Look at that.
Additional accuracy. Wow, what is that? Let's take a look.
It's got quality, 5%.
It does. Accuracy rating and increased critical strike. Oh, it's a green. Oh, that's the first one of those we've gotten.
Yep.
Do you want me to just store it? Because we're probably not going to use it on these guys. Of course, a quality gem we can't use. That's shocking.
Well, we could use it, but...
Well, we could. If you would like to, you can, but you
No,
won't be able to
I'm
level
good.
it very far. You can throw it on the Shadow or the Duelist. As soon as that new patch comes out, and all the Duelist improvements are made, I'm kind of looking forward to getting my Duelist out again, actually. Because it's a huge list. They've got the patch notes up for this week, and it's just a huge, huge list of improvements. They're rearranging a lot of stuff on the passive tree, too. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that would be perfect for a duelist. You're making a ranged duelist? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I made a melee ranger once. It was pretty awesome. Two-handed, it was like a marauder ranger.
Oh, I remember that. That was ill-fated.
Yeah, it was fun. I just couldn't get any heavy armor with green sockets.
Yeah, man, I remember how many chromatics you went through. Like that one time,
Oh
you used
my
like your
gosh.
whole stack. Like you had a whole
I
stack.
just gave up after that. I was like, yeah, I can't. It's
And it
dumb.
kept rolling. What were you looking for? You were looking for greens, and it kept rolling
Pretty
reds.
sure the programming for heavy armor is like 90% of the time it's going to be red sockets. So,
Yeah,
you know,
and
if you
you have to have a lot of patience, I guess. They probably have like a higher probability of rolling red.
yeah.
I mean, I have no idea what the numbers are, so I'm not going to just throw any out there, but it's a higher chance of red, and so every time you re-roll... Because, I mean, seriously, if somebody's doing heavy armor, and they roll it and it goes green on them, that
Yeah,
would probably piss them off. Because they're probably a strength character. But the character you had was not a strength character. It was cool, but ill-fated. Where is this ginormous spider? We must find it. Oh, you found a unique bow. See, now that right there is a reason
Yeah.
to roll a character around the item. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
I think they intend that too. I think one
They
of the
do.
devs, I think I read they were saying that,
Yeah, they want They want
yeah.
people to build builds around items.
yeah, so if you get a really cool item that facilitates a very specific build, there's your cue to do it. Either that or trade it off to get something you actually do want.
There's the boss.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see her. Yeah, so some of the bows are just normal bows, though. They're good. They're just normal. But there's a few of them that have really weird attributes. the odd builds. I don't know if the one that you got, Mako, fits into that category of odd, but... These spiders. Stop hopping around! Oh wait, there's another one.
Whoa. Armor and evasion.
What? Seriously? Oh man. God damn. Armor and evasion. Let's put a totem down. See how long it takes her to destroy that thing.
Wow. Oh, a long time actually. She took her quite well. Bye bye.
Yeah, it's still alive. I guess she's harmless. We're more tasty than the totem, I guess. No, Flicker is not my friend. Flicker is not. Next time, pirates, next time. Alright, so let me get the quest item. Oh, I'm full of stupid stuff. Wait, that? No, I need that. I think this quest item is 3. Oh no, it's 4. Buy a stone hammer. Alright, you may have to grab the yellows, because I do not have space for them. Let me see. I've got some stuff I can get rid of. This I need to turn in. Do you have space for them?
I think so, yes.
I have space for 1, 3, or a 3 and a 2.
I got him.
Alright. That was a hoover. I hoovered that.
You did?
I did,
yeah.
Armor and energy shield. Hang on, this shield actually, the superior reinforced might be an upgrade, because mine is pretty low level. Kite shield. Kite shield, no, well maybe. I'll look at it. Okay. Well, I think we've searched this area, so shall we teleport? How many scrolls do you have on you?
How many scrolls do I have on me right now?
Yeah.
40.
Yes, 3 rares. It doesn't look like they were anything we'll be able to use on these characters, but more stuff to fill up my stash.
Yep.
Oh. You have 40. I have 19 on me right now, so I'll use yours.
It is 3 o'clock. It is time for me to sleep because I am out of steam.
Oh no. Out of steam?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, let's talk to Silk.
You finish up the quests.
Alright.
I'll finish up the quests as well. And I have to do some inventory maintenance, so I'll probably wind up the night with that. Oh wow, more gems.
Yep.
I didn't know they put both colors in there. There's a strength passive. I haven't actually seen any of them that look like that. It's got blue and red in the graphic.
What?
You're on my screen.
Oh wow,
Look at
yeah, I
that.
see it.
I've never seen that before. It's another new thing for me, these new graphics. But according to the patch notes that's coming up this week, they've actually changed the gems a little bit for colorblind people. So I don't know what that means exactly, but they're altering probably the hue of the reds and the greens so that it's easier.
I got melee damage on full life. So now when I have full life, I do more damage.
Melee damage on full life, not bad. Well, let's see. Cold to fire, that's not going to do me any good. Chance to ignite, also probably not going to do me any good. Not bad, though. Added fire damage. That's a good skill. If I get something like that, I might be committing my Templar to some fire damage, which is not necessarily bad, because I've been thinking about going that way. So, it looks like it's going to be added fire damage for me. It is purely a strength gem, and I definitely want to focus more on strength with this character than int. A little bit of int, but not enough to need to support gems. Like this one. That would be too hard. Alright, so we're gonna go with added fire damage.
The tree that Nina
Helena chick likes to talk.
Hello.
Not interested in your dialogue, miss. Maybe another time. We can chat over tea and crumpets. Actually, no, we can't do that. Let's see. Ethereal knives. Does I already have that?
Yeah, I think so.
No, actually, I think I didn't. You have the extra copy, and now I have 1 copy of it. This, I'm gonna have to use this gem. Life gain on hit.
Damn,
Oh, I have
it's
an
a pretty
extra
good
life
two-handed weapon. It's got 24% increased physical damage, 6% increased attack speed, 16% increased crit strike chance, 11% increased global crit strike multiplier, 5 accuracy. It doesn't have any stupid stats on it, like
It's a two-hander?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised neither one of us have done a two-hander build yet. Both of us usually like
I
the
mean, my
Marauders
last
with...
Marauder was two-handed.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it better than this one, but I mean, this one's not as high level.
Yeah, you're a little bit hardier with the shield,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, my stash is starting to get ridiculous at this point. No space for anything. Starting to rearrange stuff. I think I can put these boots here. That's the last slot on the boots. Let's identify some of the stuff. Armageddon Goad. Goad. Armageddon Goad. I don't think I have any boots with that name. Let's see, those are not boots. Pain Road, Vengeance Hoof, Hypnotic Slippers. It is so hard to match these things. Morbid Soul. Storm Spark. How is that boot? Storm Spark. Foe Road, Dread Hoof, Entropy March, and Rune Dash. Hey, Sicilitis, you're back. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't have to use fire. I agree, Mako. I'm just not really sure what I want to focus on damage-wise. I'm still thinking about it. My Templar's not really committed to any elemental damage at this point, so right now I'm kind of debating what I want to do. I might go physical. I do like the idea of physical damage for a change, because the hammers that I'm using are the ones with the increased stun duration. I'm thinking stunning enemies might be good. Buy me some time to kill them, rather than doing more elemental damage. Because I really haven't been focusing on elemental damage at all. So, but we'll definitely see. Inventory Tetris for the win! That's right. These games are all about that. I hear some people really don't like that, though.
Inventory Tetris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Inventory Tetris bother you?
Bother me?
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either. I'm getting to the point, though, where I'm going to have to either start moving some of these items out, buying more stash tabs, or just selling them for whatever I can get for them. Because I'm not cataloging. Like, last time, I had a spreadsheet that had hundreds of items in it. I lost track. I mean, I don't remember how many were on it. But I'm not doing that this time, so I've got to make the decision. Am I selling these things, or am I going to, buy more stash tabs? I mean, at some point, I'm going to run out of space. I can't just keep buying stash tabs. I'm not infinitely loaded with money to buy these things. So, I'm going to have to figure out how long I want to do that. Okay, I think I actually have some stuff to sell. Wow, this town is full. Are you in the same town as me? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
A lot of people around.
Alright.
I got two chromatics.
I've got to pass out so I can wake up for work tonight.
Yes, Apocryphile is going to go take a nap. And I'll probably continue on for a little bit longer.
At least, because servers are going to go down at 4, right?
4:30. Yeah, the servers are going to be down for maintenance on Twitch at 4:30 our time, which is in an hour and roughly 25 minutes. Yeah. And so I want to be offline when they do that. I don't really want to be online for maintenance. So I'll probably stop about 4-ish. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I end up getting involved in, which might just be farming and talking about random stuff. Keep that. Let's see, this helmet, I'm going to put this in here. Any space for it anymore. Brood Halo. Heavy Strike.
I'm out. Peace.
See you later, Apocryphile. I'll go ahead and I'll turn your camera off. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, so now I have my options of, should I look through my inventory and see if I actually have anything I can upgrade to? I'm level 26 now, so I might have something in my inventory I can use. Look at all those extra gems at the bottom. Those two-ish rows that I have. Yeah, those are ones that I'll use probably to sell to vendors. And maybe do some recipes there. Yeah, all the channels will be down, Mako. They'll all be down for a little while. From what the message said, that the maintenance is only going to be brief, so I don't think it's going to be down long enough to do whatever it is that they're doing, because they didn't give details on it. But I just don't want to be online and then having to come back and having things work weirdly after the maintenance. So we'll let them do their maintenance, and then we'll come back tomorrow and see how everything is. Hopefully it means that everything's going to be running more smoothly. Maybe they're doing upgrades. That would be awesome. Definitely support Twitch in upgrading, that's for sure. Let's see, is this shield? The shield I have, as you can see, is extremely old. It's only 18 armor and 9 energy shield. That's not good. But it's yellow, and I haven't found anything better for a very long time. So, I may replace it. I've been debating replacing this stuff. I guess if it had a red gem in it, I might. But I think it might be something I could just continue to ignore. Normal streaming times, we stream from 11 a.m. Central Time in the United States to whenever. We tend to try to go at least until 4 o'clock, but some days we go as late as 6 or 7. So the idea is to make it about 4 or 5 hours at the very minimum. But it's 11 o'clock every day, except for Sunday and Monday, which are our days off. So Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to whenever. So I don't know what time zone you guys are in. Oh, you scrolled, you got it? Sweet. Yeah, try to be consistent. That way if you guys are hanging out, you'll know when we're online and you can just come stop by. Let's see. Well, I don't know about this shield. I don't like to upgrade to non-yellows once I have yellows, unless they're really good. You know, like those weapons that have the huge damage upgrades, or like just like a huge amount of armor or something. I mean, it's a fairly significant upgrade because my shield is so old. But man, I don't know. What do you guys usually do when you get stuff like this? I mean, is the armor and the energy shield, is it enough for you to say, screw it, I'm gonna update, I'm gonna just upgrade and say the hell with it? I mean, because at this point, I really like having the extra mana on this crappier old shield. But I don't know if the shield is so old that I really should just upgrade it now at this point. Oh, you're in New York. Okay, so yeah, you're an hour ahead of us. Cool. That's not too hard. The PoE website is in New Zealand time. Let me see. I can tell you exactly what city it's in, because I keep a timer on my phone, trying to keep track of when they are live. Let's see if I have it here. Easy. Clock. World clock. If you look at the time zone for Auckland, New Zealand, Joker, you can keep track of what time it is in PoE land. So, and all of their races, if you actually go onto their the forums and you check out the races, each one, when you click in it, it has a timer in there where they count down to the race. So if you don't feel like keeping track of the time zone on your own, you can just like see how much time is left before the starts of the races. So yeah, right now it's 10:11. It's 10 o'clock in Auckland, New Zealand. In the morning, 10 a.m., 10:11 a.m. It's tomorrow there for them. They're in the future. So yeah, it's convenient. I have to keep all my clocks on. I also keep track of Sydney, Australia, and Tokyo, Japan, because I have friends in Sydney, and I tend to get involved in Japanese MMOs, things like the Final Fantasy stuff, just to know what time they're actually living in over there. One city, that'll work for me. But yeah, it's 10 in the morning over there. They all drive DeLoreans. That's right. It's the future. Normally you're at work when we stream, Mako. Yeah, our schedule is a little weird. It's because we're on third shift. Apocryphile works third shift locally, and then he gets off of work and comes and does the stream with me if he's awake and alive. Otherwise, I just run it myself. But we're trying to do co-op most of the time, so it's kind of rough. But we actually have been watching Twitch for a while, and we noticed that there's not a lot of people that stream through the early afternoon. Like, people start in the early morning, you know, there's a few really good variety streamers that are at night, and then people start to drop offline, you know, somewhere around like 1 a.m. or 1 p.m., 2 p.m. our time. And so we thought we should probably start our stream a little bit before that. Maybe people on lunch can catch us, and then we'll stream a little bit until the evening people come on, because there's a lot of good evening shows too. So we'll just kind of fill the gap where there's not as many variety streamers on. I mean, if you watch esports, there's a ton of League of Legends on all the time. You can almost always find something in that category, but as far as people that just stream random games with consistent times, it's kind of it's hit or miss, you know. So we kind of felt like there was a little gap during this time frame. That's why we're streaming that. Oh, I don't know, Joker. Which question did you have? What time zone? Yeah, they're in New Zealand. If you do Auckland, New Zealand, you'll get the exact time of the Path of Exile servers, and it's 10:13 in the morning right now over there. The future, as we discussed, 'tis the future. If only it really was the future, then they could tell us what our winning lottery tickets would be, and then we would be able to be rich. But they probably wouldn't tell us. They'd probably just use it for their advantage, and then we'd have a whole country of rich people because they're in the future. I guess the answer here would be to move to New Zealand, if that were the case. But it's not. I can only dream. I can only dream. The race times on their site, I believe what they do with those race times, it's browser based. Your browser is smart enough to actually count down the time. So if you open up one of the races on the forums and you can see that timer that's ticking down in the upper right hand corner, it's telling you how long you have until that race starts. So you can either calculate it with a time zone thing, which is going to be hard because I don't know what they posted in, or you can just pay attention to their countdown timer. You're going to Guam? I knew somebody from Guam once, a long time ago. A kid from my school, he transferred. He was probably in like 5th grade or something. Everybody was like, "What's Guam? What's a Guam?" Kids. Kids are stupid. But he would tell us about it. It seems like a pretty cool place. But yeah, I don't know. I have to look and see when the next, when is the next race? Because they've been doing so many. Back in closed beta, they used to do one a week-ish. It was usually on the weekend, and they would rotate the times a little bit so that everybody could participate. And I used to stay up really weird hours to participate in those races. But now there's just a ton. The forum is full. I mean, I looked through there and I was like, I don't even know which ones I would do. I mean, they're pretty extensive. But I don't know, when is the next one? They make tuna in Guam, I hear. Yeah, at this point my Guam knowledge is not very good. And thankfully we have the internet. I'm sure that the wiki on Guam probably fills us in on everything we'd need to know, unless you actually plan on going there. But going there, you learn all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's the experience of being there will teach you everything you need to know. I love visiting other countries for that. Different cultures are so strange. I think the weirdest culture shock I've had so far was going to Jamaica. It is an experience. It's a lot of fun too. The people are super friendly, and they're much more touchy-feely there than they are in the United States. United States, we have a bubble around us. We don't like people getting too close. You know, we've got like this huge range where we're like, "Alright, you stand there and talk to me and don't touch me, and we'll be okay." In Jamaica, people are just like, they like to touch, they like to hug, they're very friendly, they'll stand close to you to talk. It's completely different than the United States. People do not want to be anywhere near each other in the US. It's very rare. You'll find it with immigrants sometimes, or people who have extended family from other countries, because they're used to more contact. That's why we have drive-thrus here. I think Americans invented drive-thrus because we don't want to talk to anybody. We're just like, "Hey, can you give me my French fries?" You can throw them at me. I mean, this is a northeasterner attitude too. People do not want to talk to anybody. They don't want to touch anybody, and they just want to get their stuff and go. So, I mean, that's definitely a United States invention. I mean, maybe there's a few other countries like that too, but we're just like, "Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm fine. I'm fine over here. Fine." 10 o'clock your time? Okay, so that would be 9 o'clock my time is the next race. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be awake for that one. Probably not. I'll probably be sleeping then. Because usually after I do the stream, I go through and I make sure all my settings and stuff are ready. Do a little bit of planning for tomorrow, which I don't do a lot of planning. When I go and pick which game I'm playing, I sometimes don't decide until 5 or 10 minutes before the stream what it's going to be. Because I can be in the mood to play Path of Exile all night and think about it and be like, I can't wait to play Path of Exile. Next morning, oh, you know, I kind of feel like playing Don't Starve today. I mean, it randomly changes. But, yeah, Jamaica, actually, when I went to Jamaica, I stayed in a place that was, it was kind of like a community of houses. It wasn't really a resort, and it wasn't exactly a neighborhood. It was kind of in between. It was like the real world. We had one guy that sort of monitored the entrance to the neighborhood, but there, we didn't have any fences, and we were just able to go out in and out as we pleased. And it was a good experience. I'm kind of glad I did that actually, because the resorts can be kind of, I don't know, a little closed in. You don't get to explore that much, but I had the freedom of just like going anywhere I wanted to. This particular community had a bus. If we wanted to take it, we could. And I went and visited the houses of some of the people that worked in the place that we were at. And it was pretty neat. I got to see their houses and where they lived, and just learned a lot about the culture. It was really, really cool. It's definitely something I wouldn't have done in the resorts, because the resorts, they bring in people to sell stuff occasionally, and I mean, from what I've heard, it's just a different experience. Like, if you don't want to mess with the locals and you just want to enjoy the beaches, definitely go to a resort, and your access will be limited. You'll just have a good time. But for me, I like really getting involved in the culture too. As long as I'm not going somewhere that I feel unsafe, it's just really fun. You get to learn a lot about people. But Jamaica can be really overwhelming for somebody who's not touchy-feely or who's uncomfortable with somebody getting up in your face. I mean, I dealt with it pretty well, but there are actually people that will come up to you and try to sell you something, and if you take it from them, they consider that you've already accepted that you're going to buy it. So you have to walk around and kind of keep your hands to yourself or in your pockets, or just not take things from them. It's very, very touristy. So, oh yeah, okay, so there's one at 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. tomorrow as well. Gosh, there's so many races now. Like, you can pretty much catch a race at almost any time. I mean, I love it. I love that they're doing events like that. That's part of open beta, I guess. They just started adding tons and tons of events. So, actually, if there's one tomorrow at 12 your time, that means there's one at 11 my time. Well, if I'm in the mood to play Path of Exile tomorrow, maybe I'll do the race. We'll see. We'll see. I will make a decision before I go live, and we'll see what happens. Because sometimes I don't feel like it. And that's part of my creed. When I play games, I want to play what I'm in the mood to play, because they're fun. Games should never be work. You know how when you play MMOs and you feel like you gotta log on every single night and go to the raids, you gotta show up, you gotta do your part. It becomes a job. And streaming at a consistent time is already enough of a job, so I'm gonna pick games that I actually feel like playing. Right down to the detail. And if you guys want to hang out and watch, that's fine. If not, feel free to do something else, because man, you gotta do what you enjoy. I think if I didn't do what I enjoyed, I would never be able to do this. I would just be like, I'm never gonna stream. These people want to watch League of Legends. I hate that game. I don't want to try it. I don't want to play it. It doesn't look fun to me. I don't like PvP usually. So, your best friend is from Jamaica? Yeah, it depends on where the resorts are. Yes, some of those places, I mean, I've heard some stories about the unsafe neighborhoods, and because we became friends with the people who were sort of working around our area, they were taking us to what they considered more safe spots. Like, I was trusting the locals to show us, basically where they work and live, and it's their everyday places. And so it was a little more safe, because we knew, we weren't close to the people we knew, but we knew them enough that we didn't feel like we were going to get, robbed or taken to bad neighborhoods and stuff. And like, if I had thought that anything felt shady, I definitely wouldn't have gone out to experience the island. But it just looked like a good time. It was really cool getting to see like all of the shops, like all the normal stuff that people do there. Like if you were going to go to any city and go to any like store or shopping center or getting gas, convenience stores, all that kind of stuff, like you just see how they function and what it all looks like. Like their general stores were pretty neat. They had pretty much everything in their general stores. It's like a miniature type Walmart, except very mom and pop. I mean, everything was really cool. But there are some really unsafe neighborhoods in Jamaica. You have got to be careful, and either have somebody you trust or go out in groups. I mean, do not go to shady places, that's for sure. You took a tour around Europe. Where all did you go? And I want to do that. I'm not the backpacking type, but I could definitely see myself traveling through Europe, taking trains to different locations, and just spending a lot of time. I'm not afraid to travel. I really do love it. Just, it's very expensive to travel, and I'm not a rich person. So one of these days. You want to go to Prague? Are you a photographer, or are you just kind of thinking you want to take in the sights? just see what it looks like in person, Mako. There's a lot of beautiful places in the world. I've explored the United States out pretty far. I've seen a lot of the natural wonders, things like the Grand Canyon and Yellowstone National Park, all that kind of stuff. So now, at this point, if I want to see awesome things, I pretty much have to leave the United States, which, again, means money. Spend some time in Dublin. Yeah, I've never been to Dublin. My list of places that I would like to visit is very huge. I don't think in one's lifetime you could actually visit all those places. But something I like to do is cruise. Cruising around is kind of fun. Especially if you got a lot of destinations where you actually stop and can get off of the boat and spend some time checking out the place that you've stopped for a little while. Some cruises are geared towards, just refueling for the boats, and you don't actually get any time to do anything. I think we were talking about it the other day. One of my goals is to go scuba diving at some point, but it's not a high list goal. It's just kind of in the middle, so I might end up doing that. We'll see. I think I would enjoy looking at castles and stuff. Like in Ireland and England and Scotland, all those places would be really good for castles. I would enjoy that. You like the history? Prague is one of the most intact medieval places. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I might as well farm while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. Cause I've got a little bit of time left here. Let's see. Log into my witch farming. Yay. So exciting. Skydiving? Skydiving is adventurous, man. That is definitely something not on my list. I'm not into skydiving. I've decided that falls on the probably a little too risky for me category, because while it's a huge rush when you succeed, it's also a huge downer if you fail. I think I might pass on that. Not a big fan of heights. Not really afraid of heights, but just cautious of heights. So I don't know if I would like skydiving or not. I might take a pass though. I can get through a lifetime without doing that. But I have had friends do it, and they've enjoyed it. It just depends on your personality, I guess.
Life is fleeting.
There isn't much history around the USA. There's some, but there's definitely not as much as in other places, like especially Europe and Asia. We're just too new. And a lot of the natives that lived here beforehand were not able to, really record their history, so we don't have a big list of known events and stuff. When you're only dealing with a few hundred years, it just doesn't feel like a very large history. You'd go skydiving, but you don't want to tandem. Yeah, I don't know, that seems like it'd be weird to be attached to somebody else and skydive, but I mean, don't they make you do that the first couple times? They don't let you go out by yourself because they have to train you or something? I don't know how that works. Let's see, how many zombies? I have 4 zombies. I don't want to think about the idea of actually jumping into a plane. You've got to be seriously adventurous to make it fun to do that. And some people are. I mean, it's the thrill of doing it, and it's probably beautiful. I imagine being up there in the sky and looking down on the earth. I mean, you've got quite the view. Quite the view. And realistically, I don't think that your chances of actually getting hurt or killed are very high in that instance, but for me, it's just not the kind of thrill that I want. Very interested in it. Yeah, I really don't know what their rules are about jumping out of a plane. I guess if they make sure that all your parachutes and stuff are strapped on okay, and they show you which cord to pull. I guess if you mess that up, I mean how hard is it? But I'm pretty sure that they have to teach you how first, and it might involve jumping with other people first. I don't really know. Yes, exactly. It's the closeness. I mean, I would want to be strapped to some other person too. I mean, it would be really uncomfortable. I mean, mean, maybe it's a cute girl you could get behind the idea, but still, it's uncomfortable because you're like, you've got this person who you don't know, who you have to be right up against. I mean, you'll probably be able to smell their breath and stuff. See, Americans, we don't want to be close to anybody. We don't want to be close. Like, we're constantly worried that somebody's going to smell breath or body odor, or we're going to, like, touch somebody and maybe the germs will happen, or I mean, we're just really weird. I don't know how we got to be that way exactly. It's really odd to me. Because, I mean, I'm not a germaphobe or anything, but I don't know, I'm definitely an American. I think like an American. You know, and I like to hug people, actually. I'm a little odd when I meet new friends and stuff. I'm very friendly. Don't mind that sort of stuff. But strangers, if I'm just kind of interacting on a day-to-day basis, I don't want people. I've got this space. Just give me, like, I don't know, maybe a foot, 6 inches, a foot of space just around here, and I'm good. I'm good. It's very good. Oh, whoops, I accidentally summoned some skeletons. I was so uncomfortable, I summoned skeletons. Hey, look, another witch with an ice crown, and wow, she had the same arcane as me as well. It's the first time I've seen that. It's a good look. I support that. Twins! That's right. So your wife wouldn't allow you. She doesn't want to risk your life on an adventure. Maybe you can convince her that you do it all safe. Like with motorcycles and stuff, you can take the safety course. Maybe you can having her try to ride with you. If she's not interested in it though, it's going to be a hard sell. Apocryphile has a bike, and I will ride behind someone on a bike, but I have no interest in actually riding one myself. I don't really get it. Like, I don't get the excitement of it. It seems fun, but, like, I don't have the desire to do it. And, you know, I don't tell him that he can't do this. I don't want to do that. It's something he enjoys. She would never ride, ever. Not even, like, on the back. Like, if you had one of those really big custom bikes with the huge sissy bar in the back and like all the bags and the armrests and all that kind of stuff. Of course, that gets a little ridiculous. That's definitely not an adventure bike. That's more of a road cruiser. Can't even imagine those things. They're so heavy too. She didn't like riding them as a kid. Yeah, that'll do it. When I was a kid, I didn't have a motorcycle or a four-wheeler or anything like that. I imagine if I would have had access to that, I might have grown up liking it more. I think it's just what happens to girls. Girls are not encouraged to ride bikes. They're not encouraged to ride four-wheelers. And the only reason that I play games, I credit my dad. When I was a kid, I was the first kid, and I was probably about 4 or 5 when I have my earliest memory of playing arcade games in a local pizza shop. My dad's a bit of a nerd. He's a programmer and has always liked things like video games and computers and technology. And since I was the first kid, he wanted to basically show me fun the way that he knew fun. And I embraced games immediately. I mean, I've been playing games forever. And I think if he hadn't introduced me to that, I wouldn't have grown up having any clue about games. So, I mean, most of the girlfriends that I have, they hate games. They don't understand anything about it. They don't want to play them. It's really weird. And actually, a few people that have gotten to play games, they start to like them. They're like, oh wow, this is actually really fun. I wish somebody had showed this to me before. But it's the same thing with motorcycles. It's the same thing with four-wheelers. If you're not exposed to it when you're a kid, it's harder for you to like it when you're an adult, because you've just never done it. I mean, most of the guys that I know have at least ridden a dirt bike in their childhood. So they know how to shift, they know how to like balance a bike, they know how to pick it up if it falls down. They've done all that stuff as kids. Me, I've never done that stuff. So it's a bigger hurdle for me, and it doesn't feel worth it to me, because since I don't know how it is to ride, I'm not sure I want to waste all the time to learn from scratch now that I'm an adult. So at some point I might, but it just, at this point, it doesn't appeal to me. It's kind of a shame though. I almost wonder if I'd be interested, because when I was a kid I rode bikes, just normal pedal bikes, and I had a big wheel. I think that's what those were called. I rode those things everywhere. Oh, a bicycle. She didn't like riding a bicycle. Yeah, that right there, I mean, if she didn't even like a bicycle, it would probably be hard for her to like a motorcycle at this point, too. Or or any other kind of bike, because a lot of girls will start riding like mopeds, because women can get away with mopeds a little bit better than guys, and they're not as unwieldy, they're easier to ride. You can get automatic ones so you don't have to shift. Like if you are starting from zero, which is what I would be starting from, not knowing anything, starting with a moped might not be a bad idea. But if she doesn't like bikes, well, it's a harder sell. Like she has to like something about it to even begin to like it. But oh yeah, pizza shop games, man. I think the first game I ever played was Super Pac-Man. I think it was Super Pac-Man, because my memories as a kid are a little foggy, but I can kind of remember when Pac-Man would get super big and he would be like chomping the dots outside of the lines. That's my childhood memory of playing the pizza shop games. And then from there, I was getting systems, and I was the most excited kid on the planet when I got Ms. Pac-Man. And that was what that was even for. That was for the Atari 7800. Uh-oh, I think I'm timing out here. You guys can see this. It might kick me out. I have no zone. Let's see. Yeah, the 2600. I think Pac-Man was on that system. I remember having that. Boy, that was a funny system. My mother could not play those games to save her life. I have some very, very funny memories of her trying to play them. To her credit, she tried. But I just remember wanting Ms. Pac-Man so bad. And the 7800 was a really good system for its time. Things were in color. Things were in more than like 4 colors. Because I think the Atari 2600 was like very few colors. Like maybe 8 colors or something. I can't even remember. Those horrible games like Target Fun and like any of the paddle games. Oh my god, I don't know what they were thinking. Those things were terrible. Like Breakout, I guess, was fun. I don't know. Yeah, you didn't miss much, Joker, honestly. I think being a kid in the last decade or more, like maybe in the last 20 years, the game systems have been so much better. Let's see if my gate has loaded yet. Yeah, there it is. It is loaded now. Like, I would have probably killed people as a child to have something like a PlayStation 1 or, you know, a PlayStation 3. Just the idea of how good graphics are now, I had no concept at all. I had no idea what I'd be missing someday. But I'm not missing it, because even though I'm an adult, I still play games, and it's cool. And that's what I'm going to do. I love games. Why give them up because I'm an adult? Oh, Zelda? I know, man. Are you talking about the first one on Nintendo? The Legend of Zelda with its gold cartridge? That was like... What a great game that was, man. Oh, yeah. I remember getting that, and just the music alone, when I started it up, I was like, what is this music? Why is this so good? I mean, because we were kids, it was the best thing we had. You know, it's like new games coming out now, and people going, wow, the graphics are a huge improvement. Back then, Zelda was a huge improvement. Mario Brothers was a huge improvement on Nintendo from the previous systems. It was amazing. Yeah, so let's see. Joker, you had the Super Nintendo and the N64. I actually didn't have the N64. I skipped that because I converted over to PlayStation around that time. I had the Super Nintendo, and then I went to PlayStation 1. And then I've been PlayStation ever since. Although I have to admit that I'm considering the Wii U, only because it seems like it's going to be the last real console. I'm not really sure with the new systems that are coming out seem more like PCs to me, and you know, I have a PC. I don't really need a gaming console PC for my living room. You know, I'm not really sure what the point of it is. Maybe the Steam box. The Steam box kind of sounds cool, but it's all mostly rumors at this point. Super Mario 64 was good. Yeah, I never experienced it. I missed everything on the N64. Didn't play a single game on it. No friends had it. Didn't see anything. And I went to PlayStation 1 because Final Fantasy was going to be Final Fantasy 7. That's what made me decide to get it. If Final Fantasy had been on Nintendo, I would have bought a Nintendo, because that was my sole deciding factor. saving the progress and the open-ended gameplay of Zelda, yeah, it was epic for its time. It was so... like, there was nothing else like it. You couldn't just choose what you wanted to do. I mean, in the secrets, once you beat Zelda, having all of the dungeons relocate to another area, I mean, that game was so hard, and you know, we didn't have hint sites. This is one of those things that makes you feel old, right? You couldn't just go on Google and be like, you know, where is level 2 of the new Zelda dungeon? Like, you had to find it yourself, or, if you were a really lucky kid, you had Nintendo Power, the magazine. Remember that thing? Good grief. For a Nintendo Power